Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Art Mr. Malik. I'm your host, Mr. Malik. Thank you for joining me. So today we are going to do a color mixing lesson using our basic colors that we have here. And we're going to see some magical stuff that we can kind of come up with just really using our basic primary colors. Ready? Come on, check it out with me. So what I have here today is my palette knife for mixing my colors, my primary colors, and I can get started. So what I'm going to do first is just pretty much just put a little bit of paint out for each color set. And then from there, I can use it to mix up different colors. Watch this. And you probably, if you've never seen this before, you're probably saying to yourself, how is Mr. Malik gonna make different colors just from these 5 basic colors, right? Well, they're called primary colors, and then we have secondary color and tertiary colors and so on. So these are the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, because you can't make this out in the world. They're pretty much just, you can't make these. You have to find these out in nature and synthetically create these to create the paints. So what happens if you put these 2 guys together, let's say, for example, I want to mix some red and yellow. What color do I get? It's going to give me an orange color. You see that? Right? Now that's going to now I can even take it a little further if I want and add some black, right? Mix that up in there together. Look at the color that gave me. Look at that, right? If I want also, I have a scrap piece of paper that I can clean my knife off with. If I want also, I can kind of come back in and do it again, red, some yellow. It's going to create that orange color I want, right? Generally, you want more yellow than red because red is very strong. But if I add white to it this time, that's going to create a completely lighter color than the one we have right next to it by adding black, right? So that's something that is something that we want to pay attention to, right? Let's see if I mix in, I can do the same thing if I mix in then some blue and some yellow. What does that give us? You got it, it's going to start the green family. The more yellow I mix in, the lighter it gets. The more blue I mix in, the darker it gets. See how that works, right? The same thing happens if I mix in a little bit of white paint. I'll get a pastel-y green color, right? And if I mix in a little darker, I'll get a darker green if I mix in just some black with it. You see that spectrum that you get there? The same thing happens if I mix in blue and red. I will get a nice lavender purple color, right? It's hard to see here, but if I add some white to it, let's add some white on this end. Look at that purple that pops out, right? And I can always mix in more blue or yellow to determine what I can come up with by doing it, adding different more levels of white or more levels of black. So this is basically how you mix colors to get different variations of all the colors that you see in a spectrum. They literally just combine very small amounts. What if I add all three colors together, right? That's gonna give me a brown. Look at that brown popping out. Now, of course, if I add a little bit of white to it, it's gonna give me a lighter brown. And if I add a little bit of black to it, it'll give me a darker brown. So again, there's several different ways that you can mix your colors together to create a variety of palettes just by using these 5 colors here, and you can create a spectrum of colors that you have on your rainbow. So this was just a quick demonstration of what you can do at home by just literally mixing a few colors together on your palette to see what you can come up with and have some fun with it before you start painting and things like that. So I encourage you to try your own color mixing to see what you come up with and share it with me online, and then we can talk about it further. So until next time, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Peace.